This woman pretends to be a customer of the store, but in fact she is there with another plan in mind. She is carrying some hidden bowls and starts putting the jewelry from the shop there in order to steal them. But a client can see everything she is doing. The thief woman takes those jewelry to the employee and says that they are defective, so the employee explains that those pieces are of excellent quality. But the woman keeps saying that if she doesn't change the parts, she'll call the police. Suddenly, the boss appears there and asks what is going on. Then the woman says that she bought those pieces and they are all defective. The boss, very calm, answers that there is no problem and she can feel comfortable, authorizing the exchange. While that, the client observes everything in amazement. The employee exchanges the jewelry for that woman, while the boss and the customer observe everything. Then the clerk delivers the new parts to her and apologizes for the inconvenience. But the woman still says that she doesn't even know if she will return to that store. The client that knew that woman was cheating decides to solve for her own. She doesn't want to let the woman thief go unpunished and follows her outside the store in order to unmask this unshamed woman. She stops the woman in the square and nervously says that she saw what she did. But the woman pretends not to understand, ordering that unknown person to get out of her way, but she refuses to leave, so she orders the woman to share all the jewelry with her. But the thief doesn't agree with that, justifying that it's all her merit. However, the woman does not accept the answer, claiming that if she does not share the jewelry with her, she will take the bag herself and go back to the store to show what she has done. So the woman is left with no choice, but she accepts to share only 30%. But the woman doesn't accept that agreement, saying that she's going to call the police, so both will see how they can solve this situation. At this moment she suggests a new deal, 60% of the jewelry to her, and 40% to the thief. The woman gives up and wants to know how they are going to share it there. She shows the makeup compact, claiming they can share it right there, so when she walks over to see, saying she loves that product, the woman blows on the dust so that it reaches her eyes, and it ends up blinding her for a few moments, and she gets very scared. Then she starts screaming for the police desperately, while the woman grabs the bag with the products and runs as far away as possible. A policeman approaches quickly and wants to know what happened. The policeman quickly runs after the thief, so that she can't get away with so many dollars in stolen products, thus leaving a very big loss for the store. She continues running through the city in order to evade the police's crosshairs, but he continues after her asking her to stop. The woman even tries to jump into a gate, but gives up when she sees some dogs, continuing forward to escape the policeman who doesn't stop running after her. She manages to get into a house to hide, but the policeman sees her and continues to chase the thief. She enters a room and hides the bag, and decides to stay under the bed of a sleeping woman. Soon the policeman enters the room and ends up waking up the woman, who is very scared and asks what he is doing inside her house. The policeman explains that there is a thief inside her house, and she, afraid, desperately says that they need to find that bandit. When the two leave the room, the thieving woman comes out from under the bed where she was hiding all along, and she is relieved to have managed to escape after so many minutes of chasing. And then she leaves the house, without anyone noticing that she is running away. Too tired to keep running, she sits on a sidewalk. Finally, when she manages to open the bag, she actually finds some fruit inside, not understanding where the jewels she stole are. So she ends up remembering that while she was arguing with the other woman about negotiating the share of the stolen jewelry, the woman had exchanged the bags without her even realizing it, and she ended up running away with the bag of lemons. She gets very angry at how she was deceived like that, throwing all the lemons on the floor, and then goes away very angry. Meanwhile, the other woman enters the store again and greets the employees, saying that she is there to return the jewelry. The boss finds it strange that there are so many returns that day. However, the woman explains that she is actually returning it after a robbery, so she tells the two that the girl who had appeared there previously had actually stolen the jewelry. The owner doesn't understand, but the woman says that it did happen, and she can even look at the cameras. The employee ends up remembering the girl who had entered the store earlier, claiming that the jewelry was defective and that's why she wanted to exchange it. And she confirms that it was that same woman, so she says she needs to go. But the boss calls her again. She explains that she had already taken those pieces out of stock, and for that woman's honesty and kindness, she can keep the jewelry as a form of thanks. But never forget, there are always more ambitious people than you.